Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about the match between Barcelona and Dynamo, and in this game Barcelona has won 2-1 at the Camp Nou. So before we do get into this post-match review, I do want to give you guys some slight updates on what's been going on with the salary reduction with the players. And it says here, according to Rack 1, there is still no agreement between the player representatives and the club over a salary reduction. Negotiations will continue tomorrow, which is considered as the deadline. Extending the period of negotiations after tomorrow isn't ruled out. It has also been said by Santiago Valle that there was also a meeting that was taking place earlier today and that there is going to be another one scheduled tomorrow, like we previously did discuss. But it has been said that the reason why there hasn't been no agreement with the salary reduction, it is because the players believe that there is no legitimacy with this board, which is the current members, the temporary members who are currently managing FC Barcelona, which is crazy to hear because knowing the circumstances and knowing where this club is at, we know that the deadline is going to be tomorrow, which is in about 24 hours, and the players know that they need to get this done as soon as possible. And the fact that they have rejected any proposal or have not found an agreement with this club really does show that these players are concerned. They want to know if this is actually a plan coming from the temporary members or is this a plan coming from Bartomeu, because at the end of the day, these are the members and this is a manager who is named Tusquets that has been hired by President Bartomeu. So I can get why the players may be concerned. I'm not saying that this is completely true, but there has to be a reason on why the players did not find any agreement with this club. But we know that eventually the players are going to find an agreement because the deadline is going to be tomorrow. If they truly do care about this club and they want this club to be financially in that state again, they will find a way to get this done. And so I believe that going forward, the current members within this club are going to have to communicate with the players and say, look, this is 100% authentic coming from us. This has nothing to do with Bartomeu. His orders and his control over this club is completely out. And that is exactly what the current managers are going to be saying. And so we should hear something in about 20 to 24 hours from today. And so going into this game, we are going to split this into three different parts. We are going to talk about the first half, then the second half, and then lastly, we are going to talk about the overall review of this whole game. And so we are first going to start with the lineup. And when the lineup did come out, I think that there was no complaints because I do believe that this was a lineup that was strong. This was a lineup that was convincing. We were finally able to see Serginho Dest start. We did see Pedri, Ansu Fati, Lionel Messi, and Antoine Griezmann in that front four. Now there were concerns and many were asking where was Lenglet, and the main reason why Lenglet did not start in this game is because according to Rack 1, they have stated Lenglet did not start tonight's game as a precaution. He has some discomfort in his thigh, and that is the last thing we do want to hear. The fact that we now have our second central defender who might potentially be in the sidelines, that is very alarming because that now leaves us with one more center back, which is Gerard Piqué. And so because Lenglet did not start in this game, Koeman did have an alternative and he did use De Jong in this game and replaced De Jong for Lenglet, and that was it. It was Piqué and De Jong as our center backs, which was the second time in a row we were able to see De Jong play as a center back under Ronald Koeman. And I do believe that with De Jong playing as a center back, this did help us with our defensive problems in a way, but I am going to get further into detail about De Jong's performance as a center back later in this video because I do have some minor critiques. And so going into the first half, we saw immediately what we were expected to see, and that was that Barcelona wanted to score as soon as possible. And apparently it has paid off in this game because on the 5th minute, Messi has scored his goal after Messi was taken down by a Dynamo defender. And as expected, Messi did score his 4th penalty in this season, which is actually the only type of goals he has scored so far in this league season under Ronald Koeman. And it says here, according to Opta, Lionel Messi has scored his fastest penalty goal for FC Barcelona in all competitions and the fastest penalty goal by a Barcelona player in Champions League history. And so when Messi did score that penalty goal, we're like, great, finally, Barcelona scored in the 5th minute. We should have control. We should completely dominate a team like Dynamo. And so everyone was expecting Barcelona to have a world-class performance in this game. But that was not the case, and you and me know this because after the 5th minute, for the rest of this first half, Barcelona were not in complete control. If anything, it went the other way. Dynamo did have some control of the ball. Dynamo wanted to bring their game to us, and that is exactly what we did see. And eventually we did see Dynamo create their chances. There were so many times where Dynamo could have scored, but one man did save us, and we were so fortunate to play this player in today's game. And and that one player is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. What a performance from this goalkeeper. The fact that he came just in time before facing Dynamo, Barcelona were extremely lucky. And after Ter Stegen was out for 11 weeks, what a massive entrance this goalkeeper has made. Throughout the first half, there were so many times where Ter Stegen did save the ball, and Dynamo could have easily scored 2 or 3 goals in the first half, but Ter Stegen was in goal. He did save us, and they were amazing saves. And even though it was a great performance from our goalkeeper, on the other side, it did get Ronald Koeman very frustrated, because these type of plays should not be happening in the first place, right? Because at the end of the day, Dynamo is a team that is not Bayern Munich, that is not Atletico Madrid, that is not Manchester City or Liverpool. This is Dynamo, and no disrespect to this type of team, but we are Barcelona. We are supposed to be that team that is supposed to be giving out those convincing displays in Champions League football. Like, there were so many times where our attack was overcomplicating things. There were so many times where our defense was being exposed. Dynamo did do their homework. They knew exactly where to attack us at. They went through Busquets. As expected, Busquets does leave space behind him. Went through Dest because of his inexperience. And then lastly, they have attacked De Jong because they knew that De Jong was not capable enough to be a complete star as a center back. Did he do an average job? He did. But I think that you need to be at your absolute best if you do want to give out a great display in Champions League football, because there is no easy team in this tournament. And so look, it's not like Barcelona were not attacking. Barcelona was attacking. Barcelona wanted to score. You can tell that Barcelona were so eager to get that ball inside the net. But the one thing did continue to show. The one problem continued to show for FC Barcelona. And that was that Barcelona showed that they greatly do need a number 9. And I know that I have said this so many times that Barcelona do need a number 9. We do need a striker. But Barcelona have not been fortunate enough through the transfer window to be able to afford a number 9. And Koeman knows exactly what's going on with this Barcelona team. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of exactly what I do mean. Look at the average position of Barcelona in the first half. You can tell that Barcelona did press high. They attacked very high, but there was no set striker. Just look at where Messi, Griezmann, Pedri, and Ansu Fati are all at. They are all basically in the same position. It's like they were all asking each other, okay, where should we go? Should we go here or there? And it's like they had no clue. They're like, let's just all go together into the goal and see who scores first. That was basically their game plan. And even when Griezmann did have a chance to try and score a goal, if we look at this picture here, there was a moment in the first half where Griezmann could have easily put that ball besides the net, but it was not the night for Antoine Griezmann yet again. And Griezmann did miss that chance, and Barcelona were suffering. And the other player that I do want to point out is Sergio Busquets. I'm going to say this time and time again. I think that Sergio Busquets on the ball, he does make very smart choices, but when he does make those smart choices, it takes a very long time for Busquets to make that choice, because he is just simply way too slow to be playing under a Barcelona that Koeman is trying to implement, which in result, as a collective, it makes Barcelona perform very slow when attacking. And so there were changes to be made going into the second half. But the scariest thing about this is that what options does Koeman have? Koeman knows exactly what he does need. He knows that they're not in Barcelona. He knows that the options that he does have are not wearing a Barcelona shirt. There is transfers that do need to be made in January or in the summer of 2021. And so it's like you have to feel bad for Koeman, because you know exactly what he does want to do. You know his plans. You know what he wants Barcelona to look like, but he cannot get that done because Barcelona simply do not have the resources to make that happen. And so going into the second half, Koeman did not make any changes. And then fast forward to the 60th minute, Koeman did take out 2 players, and that was Pjanic and Antoine Griezmann. He did bring in Sergio Roberto for Pjanic. I would argue that. I would say that Sergio Roberto should have came in for Sergio Busquets and leave Pjanic on the field, as he was the only midfielder that was actually creating outside the box. But Koeman did think otherwise, but apparently it did work, because 5 minutes later, we did see Gerard Piqué score his goal in tonight's game with a brilliant assist from Ansu Fati. And even though Gerard Piqué did score that goal, there were still concerns within this team, and Koeman did know that. Koeman knew that there were so many holes in this team that so many other clubs could exploit in the near future as we progress through this season. Fast forward to the 75th minute, Dynamo did score their goal, and like explained before, Dynamo didn't know exactly where to target, and that was De Jong, because De Jong did get outbodied in this goal. In this goal, it did show that De Jong is simply just not physical enough to be a full-time center back. I know that I have explained that De Jong, when he's on the ball and he's trying to get away from complicated situations, he can do an amazing job as a center back. But I think that when it does come to 1v1s with a striker, if he ever does encounter in the future like Lukaku or Ibrahimovic or Lewandowski, I just don't think that De Jong is capable enough to go on 1v1s. But it's okay, it's not his fault. I don't think that this makes De Jong a bad player. De Jong was just simply out of position. This problem only happened because Barcelona did lack resources. And that was it, right? Barcelona were just maintaining that score until the end. We did see some highlights from Dembele. Dembele did add some more flair into this game. He did take a great shot to the 18-year-old goalkeeper that Dynamo did have. Apparently, for that goalkeeper, he was having the time of his life. He did make some amazing saves. So respect to that goalkeeper. I am so happy to see that a young goalkeeper like him was able to flourish in the big stage. And so besides that, Barcelona have won in this game 2-1 with goals from Lionel Messi and Gerard Piqué. And fun fact, with Messi and Piqué scoring in this game, these are actually the only two players that are left that did come out from the Barcelona 2009 squad that did face Dynamo in the Champions League. And it says here, according to Rack 1, the man of the match in this game was Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. As expected, he did have a great performance in this game. He also did have a post-match interview, and they have asked him, what is going on with your renewal with FC Barcelona? And Ter Stegen did say this: I have never had any doubts about renewing with Barcelona. It was a matter of talking, and the two of us, the club and I, are very, very happy. And that is some great news. I think that one of the best things we could get out from this game is that Ter Stegen does want to be a Barcelona goalkeeper. He does want to stay here for a very long time. And so I think that right now, when it comes to the goalkeeper, Barcelona are in very safe hands. But as for this game, I think that this was a game that did not show where Barcelona improved on. I think that this was a game that did show that Barcelona are still struggling within the same problems. Whatever I did explain throughout this whole video, this is nothing new. We have already talked about this so many times. I think that this is a Barcelona team that can do great things. It's just that we are missing that piece of the puzzle. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona post-match review. With this win, it does leave us with 3 points. We still sit at the top of the table, and so we are in a very good position to advance to the next round. And our next match is going to be against Real Betis. I will be making the pre-match preview and the post-match review after that match is over. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.